Ever pondered about the enigma of Lucifer's downfall and the celestial conflict? It's a question that has intrigued theologians, scholars, and laymen alike for centuries. Today, we delve into this age-old mystery, exploring the complex narrative woven in the tapestry of biblical texts. Our journey begins with Lucifer, a figure that has been both revered and vilified throughout history. Known as the morning star, the one who shines brightest among all celestial beings, Lucifer held a position of significant influence and esteem in the heavenly realm. His beauty was unparalleled, his wisdom unmatched, and his station elevated above all other angelic beings. But as the saying goes, pride comes before a fall. And for Lucifer, this fall was as dramatic as it was devastating. The very qualities that made him exceptional also led to his downfall. His pride, his ambition, his desire to ascend beyond his designated station. These were the seeds of his rebellion. The Bible, in the books of Isaiah and Revelation, provides us with glimpses into this celestial drama. Isaiah 14:12-15 narrates the ambitious aspirations of Lucifer, his desire to ascend to the heights of the north to be like the Most High. Revelation 12:7-9, on the other hand, recounts the epic battle that ensued in heaven, resulting in Lucifer's expulsion. This celestial conflict is not just a tale of rebellion and retribution. It's a narrative that explores the boundaries of free will, the consequences of ambition, and the unwavering justice of divine law. It's a story that has been echoed in countless cultures and civilizations, taking on various forms and interpretations. So buckle up and prepare to journey through the celestial realms as we delve into the complexities of this biblical narrative. Whether you're a seasoned scholar or a curious novice, this exploration promises to be an enlightening one. Dive into the celestial mystery as we unravel the biblical narrative of the war in heaven. Imagine the morning star, the radiant Lucifer, the highest of all angels. This celestial being was the epitome of beauty, wisdom, and power. His name, Lucifer, meaning light-bearer or morning star, signified his radiant glory and high status in the celestial hierarchy. In the angelic realm, Lucifer stood unrivaled, his wisdom surpassing that of his celestial counterparts. His beauty, a spectacle to behold, was unparalleled. Every precious stone was his covering: the sardius, topaz, and diamond, the beryl, onyx, and jasper, the sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle, and crafted in gold. The workmanship of his timbrels and pipes was prepared for him on the day he was created. He was the anointed cherub who covers, set by God himself on the holy mountain of God, walking back and forth in the midst of fiery stones. But within this figure of beauty and wisdom, a seed of pride began to sprout. Lucifer, basking in his own splendor, began to covet the very throne of God. His heart became filled with pride because of his beauty. His wisdom was corrupted by his bright and shining splendor. The high status and the praise he received led to an inflated sense of self-worth. He desired to be like the Most High, to sit on a throne above that of God. This pride and desire for power were his downfall. His heart's rebellion against God led to his expulsion from the heavenly realms. His lustrous light became shrouded in darkness, and the morning star fell from his high position, transforming into the harbinger of darkness. In the grand scheme of the universe, Lucifer's story serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of pride. It's a cautionary tale that even the most beautiful, wise, and powerful can fall if they allow pride to cloud their judgment and guide their actions. The pride and desire for power turned the morning star into the harbinger of darkness. What happens when the morning star decides to ascend the throne of God? This question introduces us to the third chapter of our exploration, the spark of rebellion. Imagine a being of immense beauty and power, the morning star Lucifer. His radiance was unparalleled and his wisdom unmatched. Yet within this celestial being, a seed of pride began to grow. His heart became filled with an insatiable desire for power and authority. The morning star, once a symbol of light and wisdom, allowed his heart to be dominated by an ambition that was far beyond his reach. He began to look at the throne of God with covetous eyes. the throne that was the seat of absolute authority and divine wisdom, the throne that was meant for the Creator and the Creator alone. He yearned to ascend to that throne, to claim that authority for himself. He desired to be like the Most High, to be worshipped and revered as God is. But the celestial order is not one of chaos and usurpation. It is an order of harmony, of respect for authority, of knowing one's place in the grand scheme of things. And Lucifer, with his ambitions, threatened to disrupt this order. His pride led him to challenge the authority of God, to question the established order. He was no longer content being an angel, a servant of God. He desired to be God himself. His actions were not without consequences. The other angels watched with a mix of shock and disbelief as the morning star, their leader, their beacon of light, began his descent into darkness. The harmony of the celestial order was disrupted, replaced by tension and unease. The seeds of rebellion were sown, setting the stage for a celestial conflict like no other. The morning star's pride had ignited the spark of rebellion, a rebellion that would echo through the corridors of heaven, disrupting the celestial harmony and leading to a conflict of epic proportions. But that, dear listeners, is a tale for another time. Picture a celestial battlefield, angels battling against their brethren. This is a scene that's hard to fathom, isn't it? A war in the heavens, where harmony once reigned supreme. Yet, this is precisely what unfolded, according to the book of Revelation, chapters 12, verses 7 to 9. Imagine the serenity of heaven, disrupted by the clashing of divine armor, the flash of celestial swords, the resounding cries of angels, each with their loyalties torn. On one side, the angelic host, led by the archangel Michael, the loyal soldiers of the Almighty, their hearts filled with sorrow, but their resolve unyielding. They were fighting not for their own glory, but for the preservation of divine order and justice. On the other side stood Lucifer, once a beloved angel, now a fallen star, and his followers. These were angels who had been swayed by Lucifer's promise of a new order, one where they would not serve, but rule. They fought with desperation, their hearts filled with a misguided sense of righteousness, their minds clouded by pride and ambition. The celestial battlefield became a place of chaos and strife, a stark contrast to the peace and tranquility that once prevailed. Yet amid the turmoil, a divine purpose was being fulfilled. This was not a war of whim or fancy, but a necessary battle to uphold the sanctity of divine law and order. The conflict was fierce and the stakes were high. It was a battle that echoed through the heavens, a struggle between light and darkness, truth and deception. Yet through it all, the loyal angels held steadfast, their faith unshaken, their courage untamed. Finally, the heavens roared with the intensity of the conflict. The angels of light prevailed, casting out Lucifer and his followers. Yet victory did not come without a cost. The harmonious heavens had been scarred by conflict, forever bearing the mark of the great celestial war. The heavens roared, and the victors emerged, but not without a cost. The story of the war in heaven serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of pride and rebellion, of the eternal struggle between good and evil. Envision the once radiant Lucifer, cast out from the heavens. His light dimmed, his glory stripped away, he plummeted from the celestial heights into the abyss. This once shining morning star, the embodiment of beauty and wisdom, had been defeated. His ambition to ascend to the Most High's throne was quashed, his rebellion quelled. The heavens trembled as Lucifer, the once cherished cherub, fell. The echo of his fall reverberated throughout the universe, a chilling reminder of the consequences of defiance against the divine order. His descent was not just physical but spiritual, marking his transformation from a luminous angel to the prince of darkness. His fall had far-reaching implications. It introduced sin into the world, a darkness that mankind would grapple with for generations. It was a fall from grace, a fall from power, a fall from light into darkness. Thus the morning star fell, bringing darkness into the world. What can we learn from the fall of Lucifer and the war in heaven? This celestial saga gives us profound insights into the dangers of pride and rebellion. Lucifer, once the morning star, shone bright in heaven's firmament. His beauty was unparalleled, his wisdom unmatched. But a spark of rebellion, kindled by pride, led to his downfall. His desire to ascend above the stars of God, to be like the Most High, was his undoing. The war in heaven was a stark reminder that rebellion against divine authority leads to chaos and destruction. It teaches us that pride blinds us to our limitations, making us think we can dethrone the Most High. Lucifer's fall is a timeless cautionary tale, reminding us to remain humble and faithful. The allure of power and supremacy can lead even the brightest star astray. In the celestial narrative, we find a timeless lesson. Pride comes before a fall.